There is a general misconception about consistency that I want to address. And that is that people feel like they always have to have consistent results. And I think that the top performers, they're able to disconnect themselves from that misconception. In fact, they embrace the opposite. They embrace the law of averages. And when you're looking at consistency, I want you to look at consistency in your efforts or your inputs, and then consistency in the end result. The consistency in your effort, in your energy, in your attitude, that's what over time leads to consistent results. But now let's look at some of the top reps. If they have really, really good weeks or really, really good months, those are usually combined by one, maybe two really good days in the week, and then a couple more average, lower days. And that leads to good weeks. Now, we'll use an example. One of the sales reps, he serviced 47, I believe, 47, maybe 49 in a week. He sold 22 in one day, which means, I'm just assuming they go through, so obviously this is basic calculator math, but if he serviced 47, he sold 22 in one of the days, then 25 accounts divided by 5 accounts a day. Now, you could easily say, yeah, maybe he just wasn't trying as hard. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's how it works. I think it's actually the fact that he understands the law of averages. And if you look over time, those that are really, really consistent on a weekly basis, it's not as consistent on a daily basis, and for sure on an hourly basis. It's not consistently, I always get a sale before 2 p.m. or 4 p.m. or 7 p.m. or whatever it is. And so I want you to understand that, because if you're going forward and you're looking at goals, I think it's really, really important to understand the process goals, understand the law of averages, because when you can go do that, that changes exponentially the end results that you go get over the next year, 2, 5 years, because it changes your mindset, it changes the way that you see things. Now, I want you to understand one thing. This is probably the most important takeaway from this is, if you don't understand this idea that you can't always predict the results, because sometimes the results come from luck, a variable of luck, then if you don't disconnect that, then your effort may wane on certain days. And the problem is, you don't know which days you're going to take off, and you're just going to kill it. And so if you're not having the consistent effort, consistent energy, consistent attitude on a daily basis, then what happens if today was the day that you were going to go kill it? Today was the day that you're going to go have your record day. But because your effort was so low, because you're just like, oh, I only sold 2 or 3 yesterday. If your effort was low, or you weren't feeling good, you were feeling tired that day, you didn't sleep very well, then you just missed out on a phenomenal opportunity. And that becomes the reason why you have lower weeks, right? And so if you go look at the top performers, they have the consistent effort on a regular basis. They have their high days, they have their low days. And those that are consistent weekly or monthly, it's because their effort is consistent. It's not because their days are consistent. It's not because their hours are consistent. Their effort, their input, the things that they can control, that they get to choose, those are consistent. So as you're going and you're setting goals for the rest of the summer, go look at your consistency. Go look at your effort. Go look at those things and decide what you want to go change with that. Because if you can go bring forward full, consistent effort, I promise you, you'll be really, really happy with the results.